our little introduction for the video later. I'm Gigo Buma. I play episode 3. I speedrun episode 3. I mess with the ISO and do some stuff offline. And my friend here, Kayak, who I've known for a long time, who we've had one dev stream with before, is the main, I would say, community manager for the whole Schtserv server at this point.
Don't lie, I'm just a filthy casual. No, I mostly just take care of all the GameCube related stuff on the server, whether it's running events, making sure people aren't having a bad time or encountering bad glitches and stuff like that. I'm just trying to take care of all the GameCube players.
So that's fair. I didn't specify GameCube players, and in my head that's what I meant, because that's all I've been doing. So good on you. I would call you the GameCube community manager.
Yeah, that's fair.
And if you saw, I got connected in like 5 seconds.
Well, lucky you.
As long as you get past the like one guaranteed failure that like happens right like the first time you've launched Dolphin in a while. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get that guaranteed failure on episode 3, oddly enough. I only get it on 1 and 2.
I mean, I call it guaranteed. Like sometimes I don't get it either, but. Before I click past our splash screen right here, let's talk about the Ultimate Hunt. It's kind of working right now. It's a cool event. Kayak has mashed together all of the best drops in the game from every ID into a pair of quests that are up right now.
Yeah, as it stands at the time we are making this video, there are some glitches that have been encountered. I'm not sure why. I think something ended up breaking on the server side, which I do not have access to. I only have access to some simple code that I write that specifies a monster, what it drops, and what the drop rate is. For some reason, something broke. So we're looking into it. Hopefully I'll have it fixed by tonight.
It was at least partially working. I was online earlier today, and I did see a lot of good armors drop in Temple. I saw 2 brightness circles, a standstill shield, and something else fall into our laps.
Nice. So
yeah, it's going to be a blast.
Hopefully it gets fixed soon.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, hopefully I'll have it fixed by tonight, and basically, this Ultimate Hunt series, it's going to be a 9-part series. There's going to be 1 per area for episode 1, 5 episode 2. That tower is the 5th area for episode 2, so should be good. It's going to last about a month, maybe 5 or 6 weeks, and then I have another surprise in July as well. So
that sounds fantastic. I'm personally curious how you decided on the 2 quests that they were going to be live for. Lost Heat Sword is a vanilla quest, and Villainous Rift is I believe, a quest made by Guardian Girth.
Indeed. So, since I wanted to change every single drop in the area, Villainous Rift, while it doesn't actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it's missing Barber Ray. So that's kind of a failure on my end. I should have really chosen Lost Shotgunner, which goes all the way through Temple. But the reason I chose Villainous Rift is because it had a good amount of monsters in the quest versus the amount of... I'm getting a phone call. Versus the amount of... there's not that many Temple quests as part of the problem. There's not that many to choose from. It would have been either Villainous Rift 1 or Lost Shotgunner 1 or Lost Shotgunner. So...
That's fair.
Lost Heat Sword has Dragon. It's a good forest quest. There's not many choices for that either, so that's why those got chosen.
Well, I did enjoy playing through Villainous Rift, at least, earlier today. There was... It was not a map I had actually played at all before, so it's getting me to try some newer stuff as I logged on. So, with the episode 1 and 2 news out of the way, I'm about to join your game. The recent episode 3 news is that Kayak and Schtserv have gotten all 24 story characters in the main game for episode 3 functional and playable. We'll see if that's 100% today. Last time I was on, at least, Relmatos wasn't. Relmatos may have been in a questionable position.
Yeah, he was doing his own kind of thing whenever he wanted.
Yeah.
I think we've nipped that in the bud, though, thankfully. So hopefully, today we'll see some actual good gameplay with Relmatos. I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Yeah, that's when it comes time for us to test. You can be the Relmatos user. I know I think he's one of your preferred characters, right?
I like him, and I like Gluestar, and I was using Gluestar more only because Relmatos was having problems. But now that that's not an issue anymore, I can actually switch back to Relmatos, and I'm going to do that on this for one of my decks.
Cool.
So I can show it off later.
So my plan for today is I have 24 decks made that I threw together in kind of a hurry the other day on stream. My intention with these is... My intention was, at least when I started building them, was to show off a decent example of how to build a deck for each character in a way that matters for those characters. In a way that uses their strengths, like as an example of how to best use them. To start us off, I have Silpher up on screen already. And I think if I go to order, I can talk about the whole deck at once. So, first off, I have a very standard-ish defense card setup in all these decks. I threw together 2 dodges, 2 guards, 2 averts, 2 companions, and 2 TP defense. This gets altered depending on what the deck really wants. Like, some decks have more companions, some decks have type guards, like A-Beast guard, that kind of thing. But I've just thrown these 10 cards in as a baseline. Everything except for Avert is really easy to come by, but Avert is one of the best defense cards you could possibly get once you have access to it.
Agreed.
Yeah. Before I even move on from the defense cards, is this what you would consider a standard set, or would you have gone with a few changes?
I mean, if you're starting out the game, yeah, I mean, dodge, guard. I maybe would have thrown 1 reduction in there, reduce, whatever it's called, but
I think I have a personal issue with reduction. It's not a bad card though.
Yeah, it can definitely save you in a bind if the opponent's trying to do 15 damage to you. You can slap a reduce and it reduces that by 8 damage. That's pretty good. If it's like a high HP thing that you have equipped,
Especially for a 2 cost.
Yeah. It's definitely situational. That's why I probably only put 1. But yeah, it's definitely maybe something I'd throw in a beginner. Other than that, defense cards, that's pretty much what you're looking at.
So, to explain the cards individually, Dodge and Guard are the cards you start with in the game as you build. They're just flat damage protection. Avert is situational damage protection, but against low-cost cards, so anything 3 or less, you will block 5 damage of it, which is very good and very much worth the 1 action point for the card. TP defense is a situationally better guard, because guard can only block physical attacks, and TP defense will swap the enemy player's attack points and tech points. I would call this a 95% functional online, because I don't think it correctly swaps mags yet. I could be wrong.
Uh, I remember I talked to him about changing the way mags work. I think we may have done something, but it's been a while, so I can't really recall for sure.
Well, that's another thing we can test today then.
Yeah, we can look at it.
And finally, one of the best types of defense cards you could possibly use is anything that has the chance to destroy an enemy's item on your defense phase. It gets you a full step ahead before you even get to start your turn. And Equal Damager tends to do that for you. Just whatever they're hitting you with, you get to hit them back with the same damage.
Agreed. In a game like this where you can't really act on your opponent's act phase, it's definitely one of the better cards, as well as a card that you can get later on in the game. Actually, a couple cards later on in the game help you out on that front as well. But
yeah,
they're not really cards you get early on.
I was trying not to focus on the like super duper rare ones like Counter Plus or Revenge, but I did throw a few S and double S cards in a few of these decks just for some variety.
Cool.
And with that baseline out of the way, I can actually talk about the characters now. So Sylpher is a woman with 3 AP. That's her superpower. She has no abilities. She just is strong. So one of the things that the NPC decks like to do is give her a dagger deck. All daggers have double strike, meaning that she's going to use her 3 attack power twice in combat, which just makes it a solid overall plan when anything with double strike is at least going to do 6 damage with her. So this deck doesn't have any attack action cards, it just has cards that you wouldn't be able to use attack actions on anyway, because all daggers have attack AC unable. So my selection here is 3 regular daggers as the lowest cost option, 3 Blade Dance, which is a better low cost option but dangerous because it has steady damage, 2 Crossguards. Crossguards don't... I forgot. Since we're talking about online, this can be topical. When I was building this deck, I was building it with the full list of Sega balance changes in mind. And on my plus disc / once we fully implement all the balance changes from Sega, this card is going to have 3 AP, not 1, and it's going to have 4 TP to protect against TP defense as well. So this card will be slightly better in the future. I put in 1 copy of Red Dagger. It's the only 4 cost in the deck. Just happens to have Filial, so something small to balance out all the steady damage she's getting hit with. And 1 copy of Photon Claw. It's AC unable anyway, and it has heavy pierce. So there is a chance that she can sneak in some direct damage in between hammering away on the field characters as well. To round out the equipment, 3 Mags, 2 Ravanas, a Shift Emerge, and Sato. Anything that gives her more attack power will pass that attack power on through her double strikes to just make her hit harder. As for assist cards, I gave her an exchange because this is a fast-leaning deck. She wants to get the game over with as soon as possible. Action point swap is a very nice ability to let her use her defense points as action points for 1 turn in the middle of a turn. So she can play a dagger and a mag, and then exchange after that, gain her defense points as action points, and move an attack in the same turn if she only rolled, say, like a 4-3. Super good opportunity. The other 2 assist cards I gave her are Saber Dance and Fly. Sylpher has a hard time moving around with only 2 movement points, and if anything gets in her way, Fly just lets her jump over. And Saber Dance is just an extra 2 AP, double to 4 with all the double strike. So it's never a bad option for her. Does this seem standard enough for you? This is probably not even too far from one of the NPC decks. apart from like the Sato.
It's a solid deck. Definitely a solid deck. There's a lot of directions you can go with Sopher. This is certainly one of them, and it's a good choice.
I was actually double checking that Ability Rise even worked, but it looks like it does. Looks like we have it listed as working.
It does. It definitely does.
Let me uncover Silpher's face. Every time I click over here, my my setup is a little loose. Okay. So she's good. Moving on to Kronz. Looks like I may have changed a defense card. Yeah, so I've given him a gun guard instead of one of the TP defenses, it looks like. Kronz has experience bonus, so I was leaning toward him being able to spend 4 points on a defense card at some point. Kronz pairs extremely well with Justy because of the inherit on the card.
Yep.
If he can jump even further up in experience, it's just not a bad idea. This was the first deck that I wanted to start talking about how you can spend costs efficiently. So I built the Kronz deck as a 5-3 split, meaning most of his equipment is 3 cost, and the other, what isn't 3 cost, is 5 cost. You can mix lower cost cards in there as well, but because you can only equip 8 action points of cards at once, if I had like 4 costs in this deck, it would make it extremely inefficient to pair every weapon. As it is, my 4 or 5 cost cards are a Yasmikov 9M, a Burning Visit, and 2 Baron's Launchers, and any of those can pair with any of the 3 Justies, the 2 Final Impacts, or the 2 LNK Combats. If there were 4 costs, I couldn't use them with the 5 costs, but I could use them with the 3 costs, and then there would be an extra point floating around. It's rough sometimes. I broke that rule a little bit in some future decks, but only because some cards would have been super topical to certain characters. Justy had Inherit. Bronze Launcher is just a super solid card. 9M was just an option for multi-target rifle range. So because it hits all 3, Kronz's limited range, or fixed range, makes that super good. Burning Visit, same logic, different style of weapon. LNK, multi-hit mech gun range, and Final Impact, multi-hit shot range. So he's got lots of coverage. And to power through that coverage, a heavy attack, a spirit boost, a gun attack, shield attack, punch, second spirit boost, and that's it for the attack actions. It does look like I threw in a divinity barrier. Forgot I did that. It's not the worst idea, especially when you can spend so many points to throw out a very long range attack. And as for his defense card, these ones, the assist cards, I chose a Stamina and a Dice Fever. Because his attack range is so long, and he doesn't have to be in melee range like Silpher, flying over things isn't as important as being able to position him where he needs to be. And Fever, making everyone roll 5s, just guarantees he gets to play his cards.
Looks like a solid deck again. And you have some good action cards in there too. Heavy attack is really powerful. Gun attack's powerful. Spirit boost is really good because of his fixed range. You know, being able to target 2 or 3 potential targets with that is just really powerful. If you're against like an Arkz opponent or a team setting or whatever.
Yeah, these are all cards that would normally not be able to apply to multiple targets at once, outside of Punch, which clearly was intended to. But this Punch also allows you to rampage two Hunter side story characters at the same time if you're positioned well enough. So this is just kind of an example of Kronz. Alright, I'm 2 for 2 with not having Kayak disagree with me so far. Don't worry, once we hit the Arkz decks, He'll disagree with some decisions. So Inalus is the first force. Oh, I haven't been doing this thing. So here's Kron's. There's his picture. I had intended to move these around. All right, Inalus. Inalus is here. I gave her a tech selection of 2 Foys, a Barda, 2 Zons, a Gizonde, a Gibarda, and a Razonde. She has tech, so all of these cost 1 less for her. Honestly, she could have used a few more techs even, just because she's so, I don't want to say spammy, but at least like hungry for cards to use on that phase, because physically she doesn't function too well. So I gave her 3 values to increase her tech further. A Rati, which has fly stapled onto it, kind of. It has aerial status, so she can move around if she needs. It does have 2 TP, so it's not exactly a waste. And as for her weapons... I guess I did use Plantain Leaf by accident. I meant to disregard Plantain Leaf because it had AP Silence, but it's at least another 3 TP item. It could have just been another wand. So she has 2 wands, 2 Plantain Leaves, a Storm Wand for some possible good burst damage, and a Sigh of a God. Just for another slightly larger thing she could have on. Has Minor Half Guard. Could do something. There's a Fire Scepter Agni still in here for Tech Half Guard. Just a little spread around of the items that she could have been using. And her only assist card is Rich, because she does really need to draw those techs.
Yeah, I like the choices in this deck for the most part. Plantain Leaf is always one I forget about because it has 3 TP for a 2 cost. Super powerful. Even though it only has 1 HP, but still.
So, because I did just mention how AP Silence isn't functioning, I'm going to just go in here and remove the leaves and put in another wand and something else.
AP Silence isn't working? I thought it was.
AP Silence was the one that needs to get tracked over multiple turns. And I'm pretty sure he doesn't have anything functioning that has timers like that for regular battle.
I'm thinking of a different ability. Forgive me. I'm thinking of like the one that sets the user's it's the one that sets a user's AP or TP to 0
during defense
when they're using that specific weapon, like TP loss.
Oh yeah, those we do have functional.
Yes.
So, I put a 3rd wand in, and I'm just going to give her a 3rd Foy.
I would also even consider swapping out the Sigh of a God for a Summit Moon.
Let's see. I don't remember what Summit Moon did. I'm sure I looked at it on the day. But you do play more forces than I, so let's have a look. Summit Moon does have 3 TP still, and has TP Assist. Oh. I mean, that is a fantastic ability. Does this function online?
It does.
That's good to hear. I'm just gonna find the entry for it here. Yeah, it sure does. Yeah, that seems like a fantastic item for her. I'll throw that in instead of the Sigh of a God.
Yeah, I think he even programmed it so that it's a visual boost on her TP, or it's something like that. It's visual, so you can definitely see it.
Okay. All right. Moving on to Caloria. She is the Ranger version of Silpher. She has 3 attack power. That's it. I just gave her a very middle-of-the-road setup for a cheap deck. This is all 4 cost or lower, so there's no conflicts with 5 costs. This isn't not exactly like a 2-4 split, because I have a handful of 3 costs and a handful of 1 costs, but as long as your costs are spread out enough, you can always connect up to 8 without wasting much. So I gave her some partisans, because even though she is a ranger, she can use them. Slash range is good to have access to. Disco of Brave Man is a slightly more expensive option, and it's always a good card. Yas 2K is good, because she has strong. She's got those strong arms to pull that trigger real better than other characters. Do guaranteed 4 damage. Regular handguns to shoot her 3 damage more often. I used a rocket punch. It does have high cost slayer, so that's fun. You can help her take down big targets. I threw out some regular shots. A suppressed gun that also has major slayer. Oh, I have a rocket slayer or a high cost slayer and a major slayer. And also a slicer of assassin with minor death. So she's well suited to taking out both large targets and the small targets, depending on her loadout. As for her actions, she got some nice heavy hitters because she needs the range. So a round slay, because she does not have fixed range like Kron's did. A round slay for hitting everything around her. A chaotic attack, a heavy slash, a right heavy punch, which is just kind of the king of action cards. It does everything you could want. Has enormous range, it has rampage, and it gives some attack power. A cross slay, a slash, and as for assist cards, I gave her stamina because she could only move 2 like Silpher and Kron's, and shuffle group. I'm told by our friend CPS that shuffle groups were like standard back in the day as ways to remove defense cards from your opponent because they only target one team. And on the list, it did say this ability was working, so I was gonna try it out.
Yeah, I remember that card when CPS was more around. He had said, "Oh, shuffle group, super necessary card in competitive play." And
yeah,
I was like, okay, sure. So we looked into it. The card is just so strong. The card is very strong, no doubt.
Yeah.
Even at costing 2, it's way too good in my opinion, but it's there. It's a card that exists. And last time I checked, it still works. Should work.
Yeah, I do have it tagged as an assist, but it is working. So Hack must have programmed it since I wrote that word there. What do you think of what do you think of the setup though?
I like it. Yasmikov 2000H on Kyria, I can't even say her name, is it's just so strong. She's doing 4 damage guaranteed, can't block it. It's just really powerful. You used to have a deck with her, used that weapon, and it used a Inferno Bazooka too. I'm sure you remember that deck well.
Yeah.
I have a deck like that as well that I could showcase today. Card is just that deck is very interesting, but yeah, it's a good setup. Rocket Punch is really powerful as well. Really powerful card.
Yeah, they seem to like good top ends for her.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe let's do like 2 more SCs and then start playing some games. Otherwise, we're going to be here all day explaining every class. Or do you want to go through every class?
I mean, I was trying to just kind of talk about them all. We can speed ourselves up though, rather than me going through every card.
Sure.
I can glance at them, especially when it comes to the Arkz. I'm just going to be being super basic about them. So Viviana, this is your territory. You play this character, and I just kind of learned a little bit from you. I'm using your Rookmans and your Baima for experience generation and use. I threw in a selection of 3-cost and 5-cost items for her to use. Mahu seemed good since she's a long-range character. I've never used this thing. I just wanted to throw it in because it had timed EXP sacrifice. It's a 4-cost.
I don't even think it works. I don't even think that card works.
Oh yeah, you're right. It probably doesn't.
Nah. A lot of those plus cards. A lot of those plus cards, they don't function just because of their abilities being so far out there.
We were just talking about how things that need to track timers won't function. I don't know what I was thinking when I threw that in. Let's see. It looks like I have a Foy Zonde Barda, second Foy, Rafoy, Gizonde, Gifoy, Razonde. A dice +1. 2 bequeaths and 2 declines traded out for some of the other defense cards. And a dodge and a guard got slotted back in. So outside of the cane that I clearly need to take out, what do you think?
Solid deck. It's definitely a very good candidate for a 5-3 deck because of Rookman was basically... They were like soulmates, Rookman and Viviana. They're meant to be soulmates. They're meant to be together in every deck just because of what Rookman does.
Yeah.
It's no secret that Sega wanted to give Viviana a way to gain experience very quickly just because of what her ability is. Because once you get to like a level 2 dice bonus and beyond, she wrecks house.
She does jump up really fast after that.
Yeah, it almost spirals out of control. Viviana, I would say, is definitely a long. You're in it for the long game for that deck. It is not a fast deck. So you can get rushed down by like a Silver deck that you showed before.
Yeah.
So. But
yeah, this is the opposite side of the spectrum compared to a fast deck like Silver's Double Strike.
Yeah.
So
being that you know what map you're playing on too prior to deck selection, you can choose very wisely in terms of what deck you play depending on the map, because that plays a big role in it as well.
Yeah, the mode entirely plays a huge role. The defense cards I've defaulted to for everyone also only give coverage for a solo play. If these decks were built for team play in mind, they would have a few other choices. Like your standard dodge and guard would be replaced by walls and defender and protections.
Yep, exactly.
So Taifu is going to be one of the decks where his presence isn't as important as the previous characters. So I just kind of gave him another middle-of-the-road deck. He's a character that starts off weak, but as there are more enemies on screen, he gets stronger. So his ability is more of a catch-up ability rather than a start-strong ability. I gave him just some decent ranges, and I gave him the Del Sabers combo, just because. He doesn't exactly mind being stuck behind it as long as he can still use some wide-range attack cards. Give him some Partisans, some swords, some mech gun, a Zanba because he can use it, and I wouldn't have otherwise.
Right.
I'm letting him use some Berserks just so he can throw away items if he happens to put a shield on and found the saber. Half defense is super good with high HP items like shield and like Zanba.
Yep.
And as for high-reaching cards, Cross Slay, Round Slay, Right Heavy Punch, and Land Price after he gets his combo out.
Yeah, I mean, on characters that can only move 2 spaces, it's really imperative to have cards that can reach further than what your character could normally do, like Round Slay, like Cross Slay. Right Heavy Punch is another good example as well. So having those cards, you can even consider putting in like long ranges and even a snipe if you're really feeling daring in a deck that has a SC of only 2 move. It's really helpful.
Yeah, Taifu is not a character I use very much, just because he starts weaker than other equivalent options like Silver.
Mm-hmm.
In a team battle, he could grow.
Yeah. In team battle, yeah, Taifu is king for sure, because he's gaining at least 2 to 3 AP. That's just base, before he even uses a weapon. So he gets very powerful quickly.
Moving on to Relmatos, I gave him another 5-3 split, and this one's some solid options. Brave Hammer has TP power and Major Rampage, and because he swaps between physical and tech, he can make use of either side of that. Gave him a Galwind, an Evil Cursed, a Windmill Plus, a Kapu Kapu, a Soniti, some branches of Paku Paku just so he can swap his stats when needed, a Rod, and another Rod, looks like. Gave him some more close range techs because he doesn't mind being in face range compared to other forces. A Barda, 2 Zondes, Foy, 2 Gifoys, Razonde, and Rabarda. And just a Rich to help him reach those techs.
Yeah, good choices.
I'm also making sure to throw an assist card in every one of these decks, just so they have something that they can overwrite someone else's assist card with, given the opportunity.
Yeah, Rich is a really good one because it costs what, 1, and it's just a solid card. Having the ability to have 6 cards in your hand is really nice versus 5.
Yeah. Is there a glaring omission you would say I had for the Romatos deck?
Not really. I mean, you had a card. You want cards in there that basically want to use his attack power and his TP swapping. So, you did a good job.
Yeah, I thought Evil Curse was an interesting option since it had Major Death anyway. He can physically attack with it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Another one that I like, it's a 6 cost though, is Chaos Bringer's Rifle, but that's it costs a lot.
That would be a fun one. I did squeeze in some super high costs in a few of these.
Cool.
So Orland. This man has one game plan: spam swords. So that's what he did. He picked up 3 Brionax, 3 Chameleon Sides, a Flower Bouquet, 3 swords, a pair of daggers, a partisan, a blade dance, a toy hammer. He's reaching in the toy chest. Second toy hammer. I gave him an extra companion and a revenge because he wants as much of his spam stuff to get used. If any of his weak stuff can get sacrificed to kill an opponent's item instead, it's well worth it. I gave him 3 punch guards so he doesn't get completely blown out, and we can test with this deck even. Gave him a stab, gave him a slash. He's gonna have enough things equipped where he doesn't need to be spending cards to have extra range and whatnot as much, but he has the option. An exchange for the same reasons as Silpher, and a Saber Dance.
Yeah, Saber Dance really powerful in his deck because basically all you're using on him is swords because of sword bonus. And they're going to all be low cost, so you can maximize the value out of Saber Dance. Chameleon Scythe is also a super necessary card. Brionax also really strong because it costs 1. One card that I would find interesting to put in there would be Gather Plus, but that is also a very rare card, so you may not want to talk about that.
Yeah, it's a very rare one. It actually counts how many items either you or your entire team have and defends that much. Interesting card. I'm trying not to build around the SS rank cards, even though I've thrown a handful of them in. The ones that I've thrown in, I don't believe are important. At least important to the deck's game plan. So Guy Killed. I hate this guy. He has Elude and Big Swing. So Elude means he doesn't lose HP as his stuff gets destroyed, unlike all the other hunters. But Big Swing means he has to spend an extra attack point on every single attack. So whenever I build him, I kind of build him gimmicky a little bit. Just like some spammy barriers, some spammy mags that he doesn't care about defending him. And then just some big stuff. So he's got 3 rifles if he needs a cheap option. But I also gave him a Baron's Launcher, an Iron Faust, a Panzer Faust, and 3 Varistas as well. Like, Iron Faust and Panzer Faust only get even worse because they have a big swing there and a heavy item over here. So it's super hard for him to actually attack with them. But it's a rocket launcher. You don't get to use that very often. I got a slash, I got a stab, I got a cross-slay, and an assist list because he just wants to ruin everyone's fun.
Yeah, it's no secret Guy Killed is basically meant to just tire out the opponent. That's definitely a long game deck. I would even throw in 3 companions, 3 revenges, and that type of deck, just because you don't care about your stuff dying. Maybe once like Penetrate Guard would be working online, we'd have that in there too, just to guard against that, because that's basically his major threat.
Yeah.
But other than that, Guy Killed basically doesn't care about his stuff being destroyed. So you basically want to deal as much damage to the opponent as you can on your defense phase. So that's definitely what he was meant for, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. He could definitely use a few more if I was taking his decks to another level.
Yeah.
Salagun doesn't really care what she uses. She's just a really easy to use character. She has low cost half guard and some decent stats. She's got 2 attack power. She can use it. I kind of just threw in a bunch of Birdishes because she's a cast and can use them. And it's a cool card. Birdish and Viaha both make you lose experience, so she's just not planning on the game going along at all here. Gave her some Musashi, gave her some mech guns, some mags, 2 stabs, a heavy slash, right heavy punch, penetrate. It's one of the rare, really good cards I threw in here. Fly and simple. Simple gives everything fixed range, and it should work online. So that's something that's more of a wild card that can throw off other decks, but she doesn't really mind. She has 3 moves, she can get around, and her stuff here has slash range. And a few other encompassing ranges.
Yeah, Sally Gunn is just a very good all-around hunter to use. The 3 move is really what differentiates her from any other hunter you can choose from. I think all the other hunters have 2. Orlin has 3. Orlin has 3, I think. But yeah, I'm talking about like actual like hunter, not like hunter side.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, having a hunter with 3 move is it's really nice, because that 2 AP, anti-abnormality, and also the low cost half guard is nice. It's something that doesn't come into play too often. I know a lot of NPC decks for Sally Gunn use stuff like Red Saber just to be super annoying against like some low cost decks.
Yeah, I don't have the opinion that the Salagon NPC decks are actually good for her. I think they're purely there to annoy the player.
Agreed.
Yeah, so as far as what she needs to use, anything is possible. Like she doesn't have a necessity to be using a certain type of weapon or a certain like game plan. Like she could have been built for a high cost deck, like a long game plan, and her low cost half guard would still be annoying even in the end, even in a long game. So she can go any way the player wants to take her.
Yeah, for sure.
So there's only 2 more hunter side characters, and the hunter side characters are the ones that have most of the differences anyway. So we're more than halfway through this. Don't worry.
All good.
Stella is a weird one. She only has 1 attack power, but she has 4 move, as well as having fixed range like Kron's. So for her, I'm trying something a little different. Since statuses are functioning online, I gave her a deck with a bunch of status rolls, and I just want to see how well it plays out. Because she only has 1 AP, she can't rely on purely doing damage as much as anyone else. So I gave her things that give her guaranteed effects, like Slicer of Assassin's Minor Death. She can guarantee kill something that's at 3 or less. Frozen Shooter has a decent freeze roll. Flame Visits can guarantee her swapping the enemy's A and H, so she can kill shields with that, guaranteed. Meteor Smashes for Acid. I threw in a plus because it's strange, and I'm hoping it works online. Has a freeze, paralysis, and acid check. A Nug has card back, which her weakness actually helps with that, as far as I know. Justice for a freeze check, Visks for paralysis, and a single red mech gun because it has frozen death and major rampage. 3 dice plus 1s to help with her status rolls, a slash, Shock Blow, and attack 6 to actually help her deal damage at the time she needs to, and a stab.
Okay. Interesting take. You went with the status defect.
So this would have been my fixed range deck as a good example, but fixed range is currently a little broken, so I didn't opt to show that off.
Fixed range works pretty well.
Oh, no, sorry, not fixed range, fixed damage.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I was actually fixed damage. I have an update on that. I was basically explaining to him last night what it's supposed to do, and I think what it's doing right now is it's like ignoring all defensive abilities, which is not something it should do.
It was also using the story character's damage rather than the damage it was supposed to be set to.
Yeah, so I basically explained to him whatever it says on the card is the damage it should do. That's before any defensive cards or defensive abilities. So
yeah, actually, thinking about it, I used an attack 6 in there, so I might have still used a broken copy of it. Anyway, final Hunter side story character is Blue Star. I gave him another 3-5 split-ish. I just kind of gave him some fun stuff. He has 3 TP, but also has an attack power, so like he doesn't mind meleeing every once in a while. I gave him a Durandal, 2 Discas of Brave Men, a Double Saber and a Gito, an Ancient Saber, 3 Bravises, a Caduceus, and a Galwind. Just a nice spread. He's got some good basic techs, some Foys, some Zondes, a Barda. I gave him more far-reaching techs than Relmatos. A Givarda, a Rafoy, and a Gizonde. He would prefer to hit harder from farther away. And in exchange is pretty good on him, considering the costs of his actions.
Right. Yeah, I mean, Blue Star is just a very powerful SC. He has all the stats you need, basically. 3 TP to start, 1 AP. It's just really good. It's basically the Force version of Silpher. So there's a lot of wide variety you can do with him. You could choose to do a fast-paced game or more of a slower one. So
I like to think of him as a Viviana that already has like a dice bonus and a half going for her.
Yes.
So I built him to just start strong right out of the gate rather than trying to build up.
Makes sense.
As for our other friends, I don't even have to dip into the decks, really, to show off what they're doing. The story characters are separate units for the Arkz, rather than someone that's super intrinsic to what creatures you want to be playing. A few of the characters matter a lot, like Rise's characters. But because you're not equipping them like the Hunter side does to add your stats directly to the monster, you have a lot more freedom as to how you want to build them, but at the same time, there's less creatures than there are items. So you're limited in that regard as well.
Yep.
I built a physical and a tech-okay version of every type of card. So, Endu, here, I have Break's photo up. We'll go with him first. Break has nothing special apart from he's got good stats. So, because he has 4 TP, I just let him use a tech-okay version of this deck. Let me go to the order, not the actual inside of it. So he's got most of the same defense cards. I gave him a 4-2 split, so Hildebears, Ulgibbons, Alrappies, Boomas, HP attack, Rafoy, Foy, Zonde, Gizonde, Gibarda, Stab, 2 native guards to absolutely block his forest creatures, and 2 forest rain just to assist any of their physical attacks.
Mm-hmm.
And this kind of example lives on in all of the other themed decks that I made. So this I don't have to come in here and show this every time. One or two native or thematic guards I feel is appropriate. I rarely go for 3 because you do want to be blocking your story character, and when too many of your defense guard slots can't, it gets a little rough. I would normally save the AP boosters for the physical side decks, but I gave Break 2 anyway, because the creatures in this deck don't mind physically attacking at all. So the characters that I actually need to talk about are ones that want to be on the front line, like Endu and like Rise. Endu has natural rampage, and online he has 3 attack power as well. This is a bad example. This image is from an offline copy of the game, but yeah, he's got good stuff. So Rise and Endu's decks for me are filled with good action cards, first and foremost. I gave the man 2 stabs, a spirit boost, 2 assaults, a heavy attack, a heavy slash, and his dudes. Some boomas, barbles. Gave him a Gigway, which is a really annoying guard creature. I seem to have thrown in Moth Fists because I wasn't sure if the AP assist on them would work. If they do work, that's fantastic for him because he would actually get that buff according to this wording.
It's a good question. I don't remember if I actually tested the AP assist on him. I know we got it working on highs, but I don't know if I tested it on Moth Fists. Maybe I did. Can't remember.
I did remember that we got it working on highs, so I was interested to find out if that just works for other things as well. So this this may be the deck I want to take in to test, and you can you can actually throw the punch guards into your Rumbletos deck, and I'll be rampaging.
Let's see. I'll do that now.
Okay. So other characters I would like to address, Rise. I probably just gave her some guard creatures. Let's see, I gave her Dubchich, which is one of the best guard creatures. I gave her a pair of Bull Claws for doing a little bit of additional pierce damage. Some Maria as just a small attacker that she has access to. Sinnoh Reds. This was another attempt to try AP Assist, because we're not sure if that works online right now, on creatures. And an Ilgil. Just some scary options outside of her. Gave her 2 stabs, a heavy attack, 2 assaults, a shield attack, and a knockout. Knockout works extremely well with her since she can pierce, and hold is a fantastic status effect that can affect anything that isn't a cast. And I gave her a Richin in exchange. Just more aggressive options.
Yeah, Knockout back in the online days was super abused on Rise just because of what that ability actually does. And before Attack 6 got nerfed, I think it used to cost, what, 2?
It was a 2 cost, yeah.
Yeah, so they bumped it up to a 3, so Attack 6 isn't nearly as good as it used to be. But for good reason. The card was way too powerful with Rise, and even like Endu too. So, yeah, they had to nerf that card.
So I think that's the only other deck I actually need to go into. Beyond that, I just want to talk about the story characters. Rufina is kind of a middle ground between Endu and Rise and the rest of the characters, being that she is good on the front line, but she doesn't have to be there. She has slicer range. And she gets a doubled bonus on any action cards being used by her. So she's good at aggression, but she can also be hiding behind a creature. Rio is kind of the same way, but on a more long game scale. She has mech gun range and revenge, so she only gets stronger as the game goes on, as her creatures die. Mamoru has just solid TP, but her only ability is to steal some experience, maybe if she hits the enemy story character directly with a tech attack. So on a blue moon, she might steal a little bit.
Yeah, it's not a great ability, but it's there.
Yeah. Highs has AP assist naturally, so he's his creatures that are close to him are getting buffed, so he kind of wants to be mid-range like Rufina. Pico has tech, so he wants to be a little fast about life. Actually, I wanted to give him a Megan. Let me do that now. It seemed good to be on him.
4-cost Megan? Pretty good. Not a terrible idea. He even has 2 TPs, so even slapping like something like Grants on him is really decent too.
Yeah, I'm giving him Givardo and Gazande otherwise.
Yeah, good text.
Yeah, he's there to be annoying. What's up, Smog Champ? We got Picos in the chat. he's always... His Smog Champ is always there and ready to throw out the Pico emote anytime it's topical.
Hey man, he's ready.
Who else haven't I talked about? These 4, I guess. we got Ogun and Krenu, who really want to be far back. Krenu basically doesn't do anything in battle apart from she's an HP battery for healing up all of her creatures. So she kind of just stays in the corner. Every once in a while she might throw out a tech. Ogun has bazooka range, which is fantastic on its own. But it also means if he gets completely surrounded, he can't naturally attack. He has impact half guard to help with that, so anything that would do huge damage to him gets mitigated a little bit. And he took the physical native slot for me because he can't cast techs anyway. Laura and KC, I have such a hard time differentiating these two. They're both fixed range, long range characters that really don't do anything. They both have 2 attack power. They both have, I think, 3 move. KC has rifle range, Laura has shot range. KC also has the experience bonus, similar to Kron's, for what little that matters. And yeah, I was just kind of running out of deck ideas at that point. I don't even want to go into Laura's deck and figure out and talk about it. Just know that theming an Arkz deck alongside a type of creature is a good idea. Figure out early on if your deck is going to be okay with using tech cards or not, based on the story character, because that is a unit that can always use a tech card on the field if they are a fleshy. And if you want to do weird stuff like this Rio deck, have at it. No one can stop you. When I got to Rio, I just threw some like suicide dudes in here, some bulks, some claws, and then I threw this Delbiter in, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just go all the way. I gave her 3 Dark Gunners, and then I gave her 3 other 7 costs. Her only game plan is to like legacy into into a 7 cost.
Wow.
No
3
one
legacies even.
No one can stop you.
Wow.
I don't know, man. This is probably terrible, but I'm gonna play it one day.
It looks like a fun deck.
Maybe.
Sure.
I'll figure that out. Maybe after we do our nice test game, I'll play that one after.
Cool.
And that was basically all I needed to talk about. I know I rambled on about the Arkz for a while. Is there anything you would like to add about any of the Arkz that would differentiate them from the pack, or like a certain way you want to use them in ways that I didn't bring up?
Not too much really. I know from the conversations I've had with Capsule that Break was just a really popular story character choice for Arkz, just because of his stats. I mean, he has what, 3 AP and 4 TP? It's just stupid amount of stats.
And a
Plus
3 HP buff.
4 even. So,
oh, it's 4 HP? Even better.
Yeah. So he's just a really good character to use because, like you were saying, the abilities in Arkz not very important at all. So
Right.
For that reason
just
alone, he's just a very popular choice. Another thing I could say about KC, only a fun fact, is that his name is actually supposed to be spelled out as Casey, like Casey, not K.C.
Really?
Sega. Yes.
Was that his Japanese name? It was just Casey?
Supposedly, yes.
I had no idea. That's a fun fact to me. That humanizes Casey for me. This man like speaks in Shakespeare. We just brought him down to earth for me. That's nice.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's funny too, because like the whole K.C name that the Sega of America gave him actually like kind of fits his character.
It does.
Really
he was like a little mysterious. Like he's even got the face mask. It's like you can't know my name. You can't know my life.
Pretty much. But no, his name's just Casey. Sega of America just sucks.
I love it. Alright, so now that we've gotten our large discussion out of the way, would you like to play a game?
I would love to play a game.
Do you have punch guards at the ready?
I do.
We still love KC in the end. I do love KC. I actually enjoy playing him. So I will pick the Endu deck that I threw together.
Okay, yeah, I threw in a couple punch cards in this deck.
Nice. And I did mention there was something in this deck that I wanted to test, and I don't remember what it was.
AP assist, I believe.
Oh, yeah. I got some, like, moth fists or something in here.
Yeah, a little bit of jank, but it's okay.
I remember, I think it was Toaster Mage. Someone brought up he built a semi-functioning moth fist deck. He said he didn't remember anything about it, but apparently it was the stuff of legends.
Oh my god.
Alright. I have a moth fist.
Wow, I kind of bricked pretty early here.
You rolled a 6-6 and you bricked?
Yep, because that's all I can do.
Alright. I guess you weren't lying. You were not lying to me. Alright, well here's my friend Mothfist. And I'm just gonna walk right here.
Maybe you have 4 AP?
Oh, it's reflected on his character?
Yep.
Nice. I gotta... Oops. No, not quit battle. I need to put on all these details. Oh, we got a gal wind. You lulled me into a false sense of security. At least you rolled enough to do that.
Yeah, right.
Okay. You're done for.
Oh no. I'm completely surrounded.
Alright. So, this is what's going on here, and then we'll see what this guy does.
Oh my god.
It does seem like a fair 9 damage. Chunk. Yeah, so AP Assist is functioning on to Endu. That's good to see. And that boy has group, so he's not going to do any damage right now.
It's all good. He's just serving the purpose of trapping me.
You are well trapped right now. This is that Endu level of aggression right now.
Alright. Sure. Keep chipping away at the,
I mean, one of us will die first. That is a guarantee.
Pretty much. We'll see what happens.
I rolled low. I guess I'll just slap this out for next turn and do a swing. Unfortunately, it looks like your gal, whatever, is going to survive this turn if you have a defense card.
Well, it's a good opportunity to see what this does.
Oh, it sure is.
So it blocked the damage, didn't block the rampage.
Yeah, it didn't go team-wide like it was supposed to.
Yeah, that's the problem I was having with it yesterday. It blocked the 5 damage on Galwind, but not the 3 on Value.
I think that was a flat 4 on in both cases.
I will elect to attack you. Yeah.
I have just enough basic defense cards right now.
So punch card, we know what that does now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, you attacked with your Galwind.
Yep.
Fucking lucky you! I rolled a 1/1 after you emptied your own hand.
Galwind starts out with 10 HP. It decreases 1 HP on its own when it attacks.
So that was actually a proper swap. It didn't like falsely take into account the AP assist or anything.
Yep, because AP assist is directly adding on the card, so
nice.
Actually doing what it's supposed to. Seems better right now.
Well, look, there's only so much I can do after rolling a 3-2 and then a 1-1. Alright, 6 you say. Too bad I threw away that other mosquito.
Boomer.
Boomer. I don't know why I kept this up, as if he was gonna have damage or not. I was probably still thinking my Forest Rain was gonna be there, but it absolutely wasn't.
Plus minor half guard too would have blocked any damage anyway.
Oh yeah. We were just talking about that.
Indeed. I'm on TP.
I mean, if you have a tech, I'm very dead right now.
Oh yes, I have a tech.
Yeah, I couldn't keep up.
Need a guard creature.
Yeah, I just didn't have any there. There are some in the deck. Some Barbles.
Ah, yeah, Barble is a 3-cost one. I love that guy.
Not as good as the machine, but he fits the native theme.
Oh, yeah, I mean, Dubchich is just top-notch guard creature.
Oh, I gotta go through this. I didn't actually collect all the cards. That's just because I was using the all cards
code.
Yeah. It only happens once though, so it's not going to be there after. Yeah. So Punch Guard did not function entirely. It blocked the card you put it on correctly. And and AP Assist functioned fully onto Endu.
Yes, that was cool. Oh, we don't want Ravum. That's just ridiculous.
No, you wouldn't have seen that congratulations screen outside of cheating or no-lifing this game back when it was on Sega servers, because you literally cannot collect all cards without having gone online.
So shall I use a Viviana deck?
Sure. I'm going to use the jank 7-cost deck I looked at earlier.
Let's see what happens.
We'll see how fast I die. I don't think I've ever seriously played a deck that was using that stupid double steady damage card.
Yeah, that's better.
What the fuck, man?
That's unlucky. Oh, I still able to place him.
Yeah, I got spammy stuff to get out of here.
Oh, that's the one that has steady damage too. Okay.
Yeah, 2 per turn, man. 2 per turn.
The God Hand.
Oh my god. You get the perfect start. I get a 1/1. Don't mind me as I punch myself for 2 this turn.
Nope. At least Arkz has enough HP to like support that ability, though.
Yeah, they tend to. Okay. Oh, I guess it's because I was holding Z. I'm inching in.
No. Go away.
Can you stop rolling 6s for like a second? Like, for real.
Much as that's killing you, it's really still good for you because of the dice bonus.
Yeah. I can't say you're wrong. Aha!
It does nothing. Oh my god, no.
Get in there.
Go away.
Oh, shit.
Stupid claw killing itself. Why?
So it actually shouldn't have killed itself because you blocked all the damage. So
No, I definitely didn't block all the damage.
Oh, did it? Oh, no. How much HP does Workman start with?
Oh, I think I know what happened. Damn it, I should have been logging packets. I have a EXP decoy item in my hand. Oh, this would have been a perfect opportunity to get that bug.
That's unfortunate, but that's probably what happened.
Uh,
Oh, Jesus. I only have one defense point. Have mercy.
Where's your avert now?
It wasn't here. I threw them both away earlier.
I'm going to play this deck next game, and I'm going to try to capture that bug. If I do, that would be really cool. Because that's been a bug for a long time.
It definitely could be.
And even since before the rewrite, that's been a bug. I'm not stopping sixes. What is this?
Yeah, you're stealing all the good RNG.
Oh my god, it's ridiculous. I can't even do anything. It's like attack. That's gonna do more.
He was gonna die anyway.
Yeah. My C-stick wasn't bugging out. It'd be annoying. Right.
He rigged the game against me. This is just another example of devs taking it too far.
Oh man. If only I was that good. Oh no.
Look, I'll die one way or another.
Oh, you're up to 3 now.
Revenge is functioning.
Yes, it is. Why do you go 5?
That shouldn't be. Well, that's fucking weird. I don't know what happened. Is it on the card? This Dark Gunner has 5 AP. I can't explain this. The first one only had 2.
Something must be happening with Revenge.
Maybe?
I don't know. What's in your hand? Anything,
nothing that raises attack power. I had a Requiem.
Oh.
one cost of 5 damage. Best card in the world.
Alright, well, that guy's got to go.
I have no explanation as to why he's happening.
Oh. Why does that guy have 5?
Why does it have 5? Like, that doesn't even make sense with Revenge. What is this madness? Alright, so let's see what happens when we play Requiem.
It should reset. And you should gain XP. Yeah, it has something to do with the Revenge code, because Dark Gunner only has 2 now.
Yeah, Dark Gunner is correctly down, and Rio is back down to 2 as well. It's weird that Dark Gunner gained 3 though.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain that.
So that's gonna be.
I'll have Hack look at the code.
Yeah, I'm glad we played this now just to see. At least we confirmed that Requiem was working, right?
Yeah, I remember I had him program Requiem so that it did the reset. So at least that's working.
Yeah, it's definitely tied to the revenge code now, though, since we saw the reset drain both of them.
All right, that guy's better. Oh.
Did you guys fix the what am I trying to say? The extra screen for statuses?
Not yet.
Okay. So Hawkseye, the revenge ability counts how many dead creatures you have, and gives you a bonus attack power based on however many have died. So for Rio, it's 1/3 of the number of creatures that have died since she's been there. But the assist card I played actually resets that number back down to 0.
Yeah, in exchange for some EXP. Oh, I'm surrounded.
Okay, so this Dark Gunner has 6 AP. So something is still wrong.
I
don't know why. I'm pretty sure Bulk is only supposed to have 0 AP as well.
Yeah, it's not supposed to have 1.
Something's bugging out, man.
Yeah, it must be the revenge code. Alex, well, we have the video, so we can show them.
It's true.
Well, blocking that doesn't matter, so.
I think that's a win for me. I don't know, though. Oh, no, it was not.
No, I took damage from that.
Well, you took damage, but he killed himself. Rather than killing your thing. Yeah, that is an actual 6 damage for some reason.
A lot of damage. I don't remember what Bulk needs to do in order to win that roll.
Well, it's not even supposed to be a roll. It's faked as a roll online right now. Look at you with your 8/8. You're just showing off now.
Oh,
Go ahead
yeah.
and just finish me off. I have nothing else left to test here.
Okay.
Bulk is supposed to be a 30% chance to kill the enemy while killing itself. Otherwise, it just kills itself. Well, that was definitely some jank. Rio somehow hacking attack power onto her creatures. We'll figure that out another time.
Yeah.
It was a good thing to find out, though.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, I'm down for one more game if you wanted to log packets and see if the decoy happens.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a good idea. Alright. I have to hit that setting in Dolphin that removes all the loading screens. I have to find it. Oh, someone got a red ring. Highs.
Hey. Highs, what are you doing in episode 1?
Yeah, right.
He found a red ring. I was just talking about building decks with that man, and suddenly he's off killing Dark Falls. So I think I'll run my Stella deck. See if those status effects wants to play around.
Solid idea.
Solid
Did
pick
you
for you.
remove?
What's up?
Did you remove the deck limit in your game?
No, the deck limit is 25 decks, exactly.
Oh, is it that much? Okay, I thought it was less.
Yeah, it's actually one higher than the total number of story characters.
Hmm. Fair enough. I don't know why I thought it was lower.
I was afraid it was, but then I went and made as many as I can to try it out.
Sure, let's try it. There we go. This is another card that I was surprised I didn't see in your Viviana deck.
Charity. Oh, you gain experience for high rolls? Is that what that one was?
5s and 6s.
Yeah, it's a good card.
I gain 1 XP for each one roll.
Though.
Yeah. Nah, he didn't roll any. Feels bad.
Let's see what this monstrosity wants to do in a second.
Oh, you're gonna come after me no matter what I do.
That's true. I can't play creatures.
Ugh, my hand is really bad. Oh no!
Let's roll higher without you gaining a bonus from it, shall we?
Oh, it's not fair. Oh, I'm still rolling bad too. That's not fair. I'm just gonna hang out here in the corner.
Me and my fancy glowing gun will be down there in a second.
No, you're about to probably roll a 7 now too. Oh, maybe not.
Not quite. Here, let's spend the whole turn on one attack. What? I moved 3 spaces. Why did I lose 4 points? You're logging packets, right?
Yeah, I think I know why.
Why is that?
Hang on. I think it's because something about the rock. I think moving around the rock screws up. I think it has to do with the aerial code. It's like some weird thing that happened.
I flew over the rock?
I don't know. I think just the way the map is. I have to ask him because I remember talking to him about it before. He said he described it as a difficult area, so who knows? I have to ask him about it. So I don't remember what the exact reasoning is.
I see. And no, Dice Plus 1 affects the entire field. Alright, well this turn, I'm moving away from the rock.
The rock is sticky.
Calm down, rock.
Oh, that's doing 1 damage. Oh, you did something.
I got you paralyzed.
Luckily, that thing being paralyzed doesn't matter. So,
yeah, don't worry about the weird visuals that happen here with statuses. It's bugged. Like I'm freezing it now too.
This poor Rookman.
he's in a situation right now.
Oh wow, you rolled a 7.
Rookman is moving in.
Still gains me experience though.
Yeah, I've done a lot of stuff to it, but killing it isn't on the table yet.
Alright, well, that thing's gonna go hell.
Oh, that's dead. How many statuses can apply on one card? Good question. Can't say I've used statuses that much. I might apply a third status to it this turn. Who knows?
Yeah, I actually don't know how many statuses can go on one card. Never really...
So it's already got paralysis and freeze. And maybe this turn I'll slap acid on it.
Oh, that would just
like
mean... Oh no! I have a feeling this deck's going to be kind of annoying to deal with. Oh, that's a lot of damage.
We will find out. Oh, we're slapped acid on there. We got 3 on one card. Look at that 7 again.
That dice +1's doing so much work right now.
It is.
Ah, oh no.
Well, the other statuses are gone. Not that they were doing anything, but we did get to see 3 statuses on the same card.
Man, where's my ante when I need it?
My ante.
Terrible card.
You could have been using treatment as well.
Yeah, that's true. Tunic.
Well, on the plus side, statuses do seem to be working properly still. So there's that.
Yeah, things are going well. Oh my god, everything you equip has a status.
that's almost the point of the deck. Let's see how many statuses I can keep winning here. I guess I failed one finally. I do have Frozen Shooter in my hand, and I do need to test it for Frozen Target, see if it ever actually triggers.
I remember talking to him about it, and I don't remember if I ever bothered testing it.
Let me look at the sheet. I think it was listed as working.
That's a lot of dice.
Oh no, it probably wasn't listed as working because it was a weird status thing that was only on the one thing. Wait, Frozen Target. Oh no! It's not my Justice.
Oh, barely.
Yeah, Frozen Target is listed as not working, but it's under the status tag. So who knows if you guys programmed it or not. Oh, well, fucking hold off on Frozen Shooter. I have a better plan. Get that barrier out of here.
Oh no.
Remove it from my sight.
Oh, so unfair.
Unfair. That acid is gonna kill his Rookman for me eventually.
Pretty much, dude.
And by then you would have had like 20 experience out of the thing. If you can kill something, that would be ideal. Oh well. I guess I asked for it, so I won't save its life. you and your 2 dice bonus out of here. What is this? I've killed 1 item. Viviana, you are excessive.
I think I'm disconnected. Yeah, I disconnected.
Did you actually, or is the game just hanging?
Nope, I disconnected for sure.
Alright.
Oh, sucks.
Returning to lobby.
I'm actually gonna reset Dolphin real quick because my C-stick is actually just like bugging out like crazy.
No problem. I'll hang out in the lobby waiting for you.
Well, that fixes it. What I need to do is find the action replay code that removes the censor for episode 3, because I hate like cursing and then it censors it out.
You know, since you're playing on Dolphin, you could be using my Plus disc. And actually, I already know how to remove the chat censor. I just haven't put it in a patch yet. So
okay.
That's something I can take care of. I can arrange that for you later.
That would be pretty cool. And if I could have a patch version for Devolution, that'd be nice too.
Now, that's the one that needed disk management, right? Or disk like physical disk verification?
Devolution does, yes.
Yeah, so I don't think that's going to be possible because file sizes have had to change for Plus version.
Oh, is that right? Okay, then never mind.
Yeah, that's what Ives was telling me at least. I'm doing good, Huxai. How about you? I know it's not very active in chat today, but I'm basically recording this for YouTube anyway. Just to slap another update out there. I'm trying to connect the PSO worlds that I'm attached to across different lines. Try and get everyone hype about this card game that no one knows. I've been talking to Kayak a little bit about putting together a little video series as well. About some like how to play stuff, a little bit of strategy. Just some like some videos that I can link to whenever anyone actually asks what episode 3 is.
What is this game?
Yeah, a lot of times I'll have people wander into my chat and be like, "Oh, I used to play PSO, but I don't know what this is."
I just created a game, by the way.
Oh. I missed you because I'm over here chilling in the card lobby. I didn't see you join the regular one. I was enjoying my Idola.
And yeah, my C-stick is now cooperating, so
nice.
I don't have to hold the stupid thing. Let's see. I'm going to use a different deck this time around.
Weren't you trying to capture the experience thing?
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll keep using it.
Yeah, just go for it. What do I want to use, though?
Alright, packets being logged.
You bought this expecting it to be like episode 1 and 2. Yeah, if I had it and if I found it in a store back then and like didn't realize that it was a strategy game and not a action game, I would have been upset. Honestly. If I was thinking that PSO had a sequel and I picked it up and I brought it home and then this grid popped up, I would just be confused and frustrated. a bad reroll. How about you?
Not too much better, to be honest.
And
I rolled like crap.
excited.
Yeah. Alright, well, we need to dump this entire hand. Except on one card. Oh, that's a little better. Yeah, I think I'm going to make a comparison. So when this game came out versus like, people were expecting it to be like episode 1 and 2. And then I think when Final Fantasy X-2 came out, I think people were disappointed just as much.
People were super upset about that game. In hindsight, I know a lot of people that enjoyed it, but hindsight's very different from the attitude of the time.
Yep. And 10-2 actually wasn't a terrible game by any means. Oh my god, it's still 2-1. But I can do this.
2-1. I'm getting in there. Tower Kalem dropping the beats.
Yeah, people love this soundtrack. Probably one of the better ones.
It's a terrible game.
I gained 2 EXP from that. Thanks.
You're welcome. You're welcome, friend.
You're about to drop a 6-drop next to me, though. I got a feeling.
Do you know what's about to happen, though?
I don't want to know. Oh, apple. Okay, that's not so bad. Poison lily. What is this? Oh. Oh, really?
He's getting in there. Ah, you had an avert. Should have just shot with myself.
Oh, I'm getting like phone calls galore. It's alright though.
Well, right. we can stop after this match too, so don't have to tie you up for too long.
No, it's okay.
Holy shit! No, my plants.
The perfect alignment.
Oh my goodness! I just planted those. How dare you?
The perfect alignment.
I'm upset. I had a game plan.
I'm sure you did.
Oh no.
This charity's that's a guy. This charity's done some work so far. Oh, stop poking me.
You haven't even equipped anything yet. You've already wrecked me. I'm
pretty close to gaining a dice bonus, actually.
Oh gosh.
Oh, stop!
Ah! You
Get away from me. I had the choice of equipping something last turn, but killing 2 things seemed better.
Yeah, I mean, you were probably right to do that.
Yeah, you seem really happy for planting 2 lilies, so I kind of wanted to get rid of those.
Yeah, you did ruin my happiness. I'll let you know you did that.
Hey, you just gave me a dice bonus. Nice.
You're fucking welcome, I guess.
Oh, that guy's pretty big. He can't move though. Not yet, at least.
He'll be fine.
I just see this stamina that's coming my way. I'm not going to be happy about it. Oh. Alright, well. Good. Alright, play this.
in your corner. What does Chaos Springer Plus have, you say? Well, now he has 1 movement.
For free, too.
So, he naturally has 0 movement, but he has Carnage Speed Up, which means whenever he kills something, he gains a movement. He also has Heavy Rampage and Haste, so he doesn't I don't have to spend anything to move him.
Pretty cool card, honestly. I like that card a lot.
Now I'll just inch toward Kayak. One day.
Yeah, you were ready to get those lilies moving on me.
I was. They were ready.
Alright, well this seems really important right now.
That's not a bad thing to have, considering your situation. Honestly, these 2 decks would be fantastic allies.
Yeah, definitely.
Since all you want to do is stall, and I have to play set everything to 1 movement just to get my horse moving.
To be honest, I was half expecting stamina, but snail is probably better.
I should probably put 1 stamina in the deck just in case I need to make a big turn. Especially because Chaos Springer has haste. It would just let him rocket across the field. Not even bad. Alright, so you're going to go here. You're going to go here. You're going to go here. We're closing in. Next turn, baby. Hawkeye thanks you for killing the Oblilies. He didn't like him there.
Oblili's scary.
I'll get that out of here. Should probably be playing my Snow Place on myself to have you less of an opportunity to remove it. Oh no! Oh, you froze him. You froze my robot.
Yeah. That's so good right now. That guy's such an ass.
Alright, what do we got? 5?
Ah, no.
Ah, yes. Don't worry, we're not going to be doing too much.
I should be doing 1.
It did in the end.
Yep. I think the guy's doing 2. Shouldn't be doing 5 though.
Yeah, the correct output happened. Yeah, if you were playing any other deck, I'd feel confident about this, but you're already at, like, dice bonus 2, probably.
Just about. So how long is this guy frozen for? So he's frozen for your next turn.
Now that statuses work online, there's a lot more to consider.
Yeah.
We used to have a little meta back in the day where we didn't have to consider that or, like, good rampages or anything. I really wish my dude was unfrozen. But you know, this is what it is.
It's another 1. Divinity Barrier is putting in so much work right now. Oh no. It's actually going to do 6 damage.
Sure is. Damn it.
Oh well. That's fine.
I gotta move. I hope. Honestly, don't know if that ability works or not.
It should. But you're also set to 1 right now because of snail pace, so you may not see it.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe if maybe if you have an assist card to replace that with, we can see if it sticks.
This should be the last turn for it, so.
It's actually a low number. Keep this man alive.
Oh my god, I keep drawing the same cards. Alright, so your bringer.
He does still have a move.
Okay, yeah, so it worked.
That's fantastic. Alright.
Yeah, I remember he programmed that a while ago. I had him do it.
Well, that's just a little exciting.
Yeah, I remember this card used to be a big pile of useless because like none of its abilities worked.
Okay.
Too bad Heavy Rampage can't make it gain more than 1 move, but oh well.
Yeah, counter speed up is stuck that way.
Oh, that's a lot of damage. Oh, and it got frozen. Not that it matters.
Yeah, it does not matter. Or it... Hey, you may have just logged it. You may have just logged your EXP decoy effect. What card in your hand triggered it?
Nothing, actually. I don't have anything in my hand.
Oh, fuck. It's none of my cards.
The only card that would do it is either Plantain Fan or Decline. I don't have either of those in my hand. I just discarded Plantain Fan last turn, though.
Was it maybe it was like the last card you discarded somehow got checked?
Could be.
Aha!
Alright, so let me get that over to him now. I can't stop logging, unfortunately, in the middle of a match. So.
Well, this will end eventually. And you did, you typed out where it triggered.
Yeah, so he'll be able to find it, more or less. File.
Right,
but I can cut the file in half, so it'll help makes his life easier. Maybe I'll keep logging. Yeah, I'm still logging, so. Right, let me get this over to him.
That high rank Slayer should kick in.
Yeah.
Weird that it didn't preview us for, though. Alright, we have removed the menace, finally. Oh no, he can play another menace. Damn it. That will timed 6. Yeah, no problem. You've been getting phone calls ever since we've been live, so I do understand. Answering one eventually. Okay, well, I'm out of ideas to save this guild. I really tried. Maybe you're the one that called him. Maybe.
My bad, was on the phone there for a sec.
Not a problem.
Can't do anything about that guy. Oh, interesting choices there.
I wasn't sure what you might be defending with, so I spread my bets.
5. Oh, it's gonna die regardless.
Yeah, there's a tendency whenever somebody has 0 attack power for it to be just replaced with another random value.
I think it goes from the first attack with Chaos Bringer Plus.
Probably.
Probably what that was.
Yeah, it's just cosmetic though, so whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
What you gonna do with that 8? That's a big number.
It is a big number. I'm gonna play this. I'm also gonna do this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't block that. Alright. Damn it.
I thought I was gonna change and I got really nervous for a second there.
I was sitting over here ready with my, like, avert, guard, dodge. Like, full hand of defense cards that could have helped me out.
Not there.
But no, Megan.
I'm gonna pause your stream. Maybe it's causing me to lag a little bit.
Yeah, you're in a voice call with me anyway. You don't need to be.
Yeah, I just wanted to see the chat, so but I can pause the stream for that.
All right. Well, you're fucking ready for this? It's coming.
No, I'm probably not ready because I'm probably gonna get owned.
Get
overswing.
Get wrecked.
Oh, I don't have any way to block that anyway.
I use some death abilities just like you use some death abilities.
Oh, so annoying.
Megan, my bringer. My Oblily's coming in.
I'm kind of in trouble. I have 3 HP somehow.
You do. You've lost enough equipment by now. And KC shot you in the face at least twice. Oh, Plantain Fan. Get out of here. 5 is an annoying number for Plantain Fan to exist at. It's not minor enough. It's not major enough. Holy shit. Should have kept a dodge. Well, now I'm the one in trouble.
And your Obli can't do anything, so...
Yeah, he's held up right now. He's a little busy.
I'm actually glad that hold works because of overswing being a thing.
Yeah, it's actually the only reason I put overswing in here, because otherwise it would just be unfair. Okay, guys, get in here. You're needed.
Oh my god, there's so many of them.
Save
No.
me. Save me. Paralyze this terrible thing.
It's not doing any damage because I have EXP decoy.
Yeah, I'm literally just throwing 2 paralysis checks at you. And the first one failed.
For some reason I'm stuck.
I see your J.
I did not see my J, but I have not disconnected according to the server.
You might catch up. You've seen a clip of me actually where I've sat there for a solid few minutes and still managed to catch up. So we can wait. I'm mildly invested in this game. I gotta take down the plantain fan boss.
You're gonna have to deal like I don't know 20 damage to kill that thing.
I gotta somehow find a way to just get by it. I'm trying to remember what this deck even has.
Oh, it caught up. It caught up.
All right,
Thank God.
I'm sitting on the second attack right now.
The first attack just finished. There you go.
Oh, there we go. Damn it.
Just doing dolphin things, that's all.
Yeah. The game isn't broken yet. We can wait. It's a freaking fan. Yeah. This fan is about to own me. Has magical powers.
I actually can't do anything though. Kind of a problem. That needs to go. I'm only doing 1 damage though.
Get out of here.
Oh, we don't need this. Oh, I should have kept that anyway. Shit. Whatever. Fuck. Alright. That's happening.
He's here. And I don't have that many points, so...
Seeing Lily's move is also the most, like, ridiculous thing.
Paralysis checks.
Oh man, if this hits, I'm gonna be so mad. Okay, close.
I'm just trying to save my life right now. And not worry about killing it later.
Oh, whoops, I didn't want to use that. Oh well.
Wait, for all the damage that I'm going to be doing through your fan?
Yeah.
I bet it's fine to just toss it away right now.
I wanted to keep it in case you were doing some instant death nonsense, but it's all good. I think this is going to be match.
Probably. Yeah. That's it. I wasn't going to be able to cheat my way through that fan anyway. I was actually going to have to go to work down your experience. So that wasn't happening. Well, good game though. I gave it a shot.
Yeah, it was close. Hopefully, getting that packet helped. Getting that bug.
Hopefully, every bug we squash is one bit closer to actually getting this thing fully functional.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, well, it's been good. It's been too long since we did our last dev stream as well. This is part 2 of hopefully more.
For sure, and if my schedule is not so crazy this month, or this summer, I should be able to do a lot more. He has no, like, other PSO obligations right now, because Blueburst's got nothing really going on, so... he's going to be helping me out with GameCube, and I think he's starting to recognize that Blueburst is kind of dead on the server. So So we'll see what happens.
As it is. Yeah, my personal schedule has been quite busy as well. Haven't made time for that much, apart from poking around in my ISO whenever I have the chance.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully soon we'll have more news, cool news. I am going to pressure you to try and get, try and get the Blue Crab's compressor to help us alter that huge packet that gets sent to the cubes.
I could have sworn we tried that ages ago, and it actually made it smaller, and the cube was like, nah, this is the wrong size.
Man, I
don't know. So it's been a while. I can't remember, but we'll have to try it.
The cube is so finicky about about that particular packet, and I don't understand because that's the same file that I've grown on the disk, and it doesn't care.
Right. I don't know.
Anyway, we had a good time. Hope everyone else had a good time. I'll put this up on YouTube, and we can link it around and let people know that episode 3 is still alive.
For sure. It always is alive. Always doing stuff.
Later, guys.
Take care.